Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. This is Mark. Today, we're going to be going over two games. Now, you know what? I'll do two videos. Um, so let's go over the Pittsburgh game on Saturday. Man, Jasper seems to have either listened to the coach and the benching or he's been watching the podcast. So, Jasper Bratt, um, along with the rest of the Devils. Great game in. I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. Great game in Pittsburgh. The return of Sidney Crosby. You know, you're worried that maybe Crosby's going to run through the Devils, and it just didn't happen. Another great game by Mercer. A great game by Bernier. The defense seems to really be just kind of getting into a rhythm, pushing into the play a lot, but also they're not really getting hemmed in when there's effort there and the offense is really moving their legs even on the back check and offensively and defensively. There's not a lot of room for the other team. We're not getting hemmed in our zone a lot. Um, you know, we gave up the lead as the Devils usually do, but it was great to see Bratt on what was a completely dirty play by CD Crosby get that penalty shot and put that in and really give himself um, the confidence that he needs. And again, I've been saying, and I agree. I hold to my opinion that he's a soft player, but I never discounted the skill. And if it's just the effort, and this is what I'm seeing, I saw in this game start to really flicker a little bit and come out is Bratt, Sharon Goldfish, uh, Yanni Kokinen. Uh, these guys, they're moving their legs, they're using their body, and when they do that, the Devils are too young and fast to really, for these teams to really uh, play with. To be honest, the rain. Sorry, Pittsburgh caved them in the third period, but the blocking and the shots and the penalty kill was great. And when the effort is there, you're going to win most games. You're going to be in most games. And right now, this team has maybe not the overall offense to score 5, 6 goals a game or anything like that, but the offense, they have enough dynamic players that if they have a close game, you're, you're moving your feet. Um, they can really. Sorry, my phone just did a thing. You know, they can get their opportunities, and that's what Bratt did there. And then right after that, the Pittsburgh pulls their goalie, and Johansson gets the empty netter. It was great to see Crosby cry and whine and bitch to the refs after at the end of the game, pull himself off when it was 4-2 and not even finish the game. It was a good win for the Devils, and you can definitely see that it was a game where um, they kind of came together. And it's really, again, just the effort. I never saw the chemistry is there, the skill is there, the players are there. You just have to push the pace, and you have to not let you have to be engaged. You have to throw your body around. You have to block shot. You have to. And when they do that, they have more skill than Pittsburgh right now. That's clear as day, and they did. And it was great to see. And then going into the back-to-back against Columbus, I thought maybe one of the two of the games they would lose, and they did lose to Columbus. You know what? Screw it. We'll do one video. They did lose to Columbus, but again, I turned to my wife and I said, "This is the best hockey you've seen the Devils play in years." Though that's the second period, and the beginning of the third, most of the third, the way that they played, um, getting to every puck, caving in the defense, keeping the puck in the zone, Bratt flying in, hitting posts, Sharon Govitz hitting posts. There was a one shift where Johansson had 4 shots, Dougie Hamilton with 10 shots. I will say one of the drawbacks that I did see is when they got tied after um, Ty Smith made that bad play. I mean, alley pass up the middle, which he'll probably get some reprimand for. But to be honest, that was just one of those annoying Boone Jenner effort plays. And I hate Boone Jenner and I hate that name, but you got to give it to the guy when he makes a good play. I mean, that was a good hockey play. He got a lot on that shot, deflection. You know, I got no issue there, really. But what they started to do was they started to lay off. There was a couple plays where Bratt would cut. He cut to the slot and he's rolling in, and instead of just ripping it, he lays it off to Dougie, who's standing at the doorstep and can't put it in. Mercer had another one where he was right in front of the net when he got smacked in the face by Kerpasalo. He could have just shot it and he tried to make a move and dump it off. They were dumping it off a little bit to Dougie at the end, which is why Dougie had 10 shots. And what got them there in the first two periods, they kind of backed off. It's the confidence. They should, like, Brad should be a confident player to come in the zone, and when he has the, just rip it, rip it. Sharon Govich, he hasn't scored yet, but I like how when he gets a couple steps, he rips it. He's dangerous. He's dangerous, and I'll take that shootout loss, and we'll go on our road trip. It's a stupid. It's barely hockey anyway. Um, the shootout, and it was nice to see Rupp uh, throw out Mercer and let him have the shootout chance. That's a kind of a team building thing that you like to see. And now you got momentum going on the West Coast against three teams: one that's riddled with COVID, one that's riddled with injuries, and one that's riddled with rookies. So I'm not saying you're going to win all those games. They might be close. We never really do that well out west. But there's no reason that we can't pull, a 2 out of 3 and be in every game and come back for a tough week against Florida, the Islanders, and Boston at home, all at home, and the Rangers coming up after that. With some points, and we're right in the thick of it and getting healthier. Bernier's back; he played stellar, I thought, and he might keep that net even when Blackwood comes back. I think Blackwood will probably play over the weekend. Um, Coming up. They got a Friday, Saturday, I think. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, back to back out west. So he might get one of those games if he's healthy. And then you're just waiting on Miles Wood, and you got the Hughes thing's a problem. So I thought it was great. It was a very productive weekend. The team coming together and the effort is what you needed to see. And if they can bring that every game, they're going to be really, really hard to beat. Really hard to beat. And if they can put a couple more of their chances in, they're going to be very hard to beat. Especially a lot of these teams coming out, a lot of these good teams coming out of the gate slow. You can kind of pick them off early, and then kind of pad your stats a little bit. Kind of like the Buffalo Sabres and Detroit are doing. Not that we're on that level. I think the Devils are better than both those teams. I did see online that people are pushing for Holtz to make the move up. He's been ripping up the AHL. I think the team's 4-0. He's got 18 shots in 4 games and like a bunch of goals. But I don't know where you would put him. Now, the only guy you would take out of the lineup would be like a Studenich, but I'm pretty sure he's playing center. He's fourth line center. So I don't know who you pull out and you bench for a game. Veezy's been playing great. Sharangovich has been playing fine the last couple games. His penalty kill has been great. He's moving his legs, and you can't take that shot out of the game. Jokinen, I have nothing to say bad about him. I don't know who you pull out of the game. I know a lot of these guys online, a lot of people that might watch this video, a lot of these Twitter people. I think you get all your opinions from playing too many video games, but I don't know who you just pull out and then you put Holtz in. You don't throw him up. Who on the top 6 do you take out of the lineup? I mean, you have Miles Wood coming back. You have Miles Wood coming back. Where does Holtz fit on this team? Who gets benched if they're playing like this? This is why when Blackwood comes back, I don't think Blackwood should take the net. I think Bernier should have the net till Blackwood proves that he should take the net. They're playing great the last 2 games, and you have to build on that. You have another good week. All of a sudden, you're looking up, and the Devils are what? 6-3, 7-2-1, something like that. Like I don't, like you don't want to screw with that. Let Holtz rip up the AHL for now. You know, I got nothing bad to say about this weekend. I thought they played excellent last night. It was a fun game to watch. They all stood on their heads, and it's Columbus, so they have to do that stupid crap that they beat us. But all in all, I thought it was a very successful weekend. I'm excited for the trip. Just be aware. I think the first 2 games are on ESPN Plus, so hunt down ESPN Plus in your area if you're looking to watch those games. I ended up grabbing Fubu for the season and getting rid of my cable over this MSG nonsense. So that's just here nor there. So I'm looking forward to the West Coast swing. Let's see what we can do. Keep this going. An extended road trip. Maybe the team can kind of gel a little bit more. So far, but the MVP of the team so far, other than Dougie Hamilton, Mercer. It's all over the place. Drawing penalties last night, taking penalties, pissing off the goalie, pissing off Patrick Lane, blowing. I mean, that hit on Patrick Lane was illegal, and he should have got a penalty for that. But just I love the kid. I love the way he plays. He's all over the place. He puts his stamp on every game, which is what you want out of a rookie. So, all right, guys, this has been Mark. I appreciate the views I am getting. I'm going to keep banging these out. I'm going to stick with it and try to do all 82. So, later. Bye.